Working on a Williams Dirty Harry. Obviously no score display since I have the game on. And I find interesting is there's a little battery corrosion here, and it actually got onto this area of the board. Not a lot, but enough that shows you that how evil batteries will be. But the first thing you should do is check the voltage here. So this outside pin here is going to be 68 volts or 64 volts, somewhere in there. And you can see we have 64 volts, so that's good. And then these two outside pins are the negative voltage. So the first one we should get about that, about 107, 108. And then we need a 12 volt differential over here. And you can see it's having a little bit of a time getting there. With my meter, it's all over the place. There isn't a 12 volt differential. This should be about 120. So these two pins right here have to be 12 volts apart. If they're not 12 volts apart, this thing's never going to light up. So what's causing that problem? Let's turn it off and go up to this guy. I suspect whenever I see stuff like that, that the resistors have just given up the ghost on this board. So I pull this guy out and I'll show you what I'm talking about. The four resistors right here, these are 47K. These really like to have problems. You can test them in circuit, but just know that the two inside ones, that one and this one, or this one and this one, are a little hard to test because they're in line with the cap, so that they kind of charge the capacitor as you test them. But you should get more or less 47 ohms, 47K ohms. If you are in doubt, you can lift one end and then remeasure it with your meter. The other thing is I like to check these two. This one is 120, this one 1.8, and this one 4.7. So at least I think I have that all right. Let's put our meter on here. See what we can do with one hand. Yeah, right there, that one seems to be open. One underneath it. See the one underneath it there, it's good. 47, 46. That one's good. Next one down. That one I'm getting something. That one's probably okay. It looks like it's the topmost one. It's just wide open. Bottom one, I'm just having a hard time getting my meter on it. So it looks like one of these is bad. That would certainly contribute. The other thing is, if we check these big ones, this bottom one likes to fail a lot. Let me see if I can get my meter on this one. Yeah, you see this one is measuring 6K. It should be 4.7, and it's measuring like 6K. So I think I'm going to replace this one too. So a couple of resistors, and these do go out. It's a lot easier to replace the resistors than it is all the transistors and diodes. So be thankful that this is the crux of the problem. So it's a little easier to show you with the resistors out. So here's the 47K, and nothing. Look, I got nothing. So that one's definitely open. And then this one, see how it says 4K7? That means it's 4.7. I put this one on here, and look, we get 6. So this one's way past 10%, much less 20% out of spec. It's like 50% out of spec. So we're going to replace those two resistors. Hopefully that'll give us our 12 volt differential, and the score display will work. So let's check the voltages. On the far outside pin, we have minus 120. On the far outside pin, go to the pin right next to it. We should have 12 volts off. Look at that, minus 108. Perfect. That's exactly right, and of course this one shouldn't change at all. It's still at 64. So we have our 12 volt differential. So indeed, the problem were either both of these or maybe just one of them, but those resistors, like I said, these four up here and these three, they like to go open or go out of spec. And that has our problem all fixed up, and our display is working. All right, let's try a game.
Go ahead, make my day.
Let's say I want to load gun, because that never works right. Can I make that shot? No, heck no.